Hey guys, I'm Victoria Caniglio, and today I'm going to show you one of my favorite things to do in Photoshop, which is blend photos. It's something that's super easy and it can look really nice. I'm going to be using the LDS publication, the Family Proclamation today, and I'll be using a wedding photo from my parents' wedding. So let's get started. So open Photoshop, new. You want to do it to your size. So I switch it to inches. I know that I want an 8 by 10. So I just change that 8 by 10. It switches orientation for you. You want it in that portrait. And then your resolution at this point, this is the background photo. It's not really going to show up. So I leave the resolution how it is. When we save the entire thing later, we will change the resolution, and I'll show you how to do that. So let's just create it, and let's just start putting stuff in. Actually, let's save it first. Don't listen to me on that for a second. We're just gonna put it as a blended photo. Let's make sure it's a PSD document or a Photoshop document, so you can go in and edit it later if you need to. Alright, now we're going to put a photo in. This file, place embedded. I choose place embedded versus over place linked because the linked is just going to link to a photo or link to a file. If you move your documents around to organize them or anything later, those links can be broken, and so I just think it's easier just to do the place embedded, and that's just kind of a personal thing that I do. I'm going to start with this temple photo, or this temple photo actually, because I know I want the temple and the texture are kind of more in the background versus the Family Proclamation and their wedding photo. I want more to the front, so I'm just going to start with the temple photo. Alright, so you notice I am going to have to resize it. Just Control minus to zoom out. That's okay. I didn't really want the whole photo, so I really kind of only care about this part right here, which will work out just fine. Hold shift and click on here to drag. It'll keep your photo all the same size. It's not going to stretch it out kind of weird, you know? Okay, now we're going to move that. I kind of like it right there. Now you press enter where you want it to be. It's a blended photo, so we need more than one photo. File, place embedded, and we're going to do the texture. You notice it is smaller. I kind of want it to just be this frame right here, so I'm just going to kind of move that over already. And shift, drag. Those lines on the side really, and I think I like that. Okay, I like kind of this dark edge on there, so enter. Okay, so you're gonna blend your photo. So to blend your photo, you notice it has this white box around this layer, so to show you which layer you're on. So you're just gonna add an adjustment layer, which is just this button right here. Kind of looks like a Japanese flag or a camera or something. You just do that. Notice it adds this white layer onto it. Hit B for your brush tool. Some things you need to know about your brush tool before we get started too far. To change your size, just hit the brackets. So left bracket makes it smaller, right makes it bigger. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger for that. You can adjust the hardness of the brush, so the edge of it, if it's going to be feathered or not, just right in here, just this button right there. I usually just kind of leave it on whatever it is, and then I just adjust as I go along, usually just with the opacity, which kind of changes, you know, how much of the photo can be seen. Which actually leads me So white is on top. White reveals, black hides. So right now we're on white, so it's only going to reveal this layer. If I click on it, nothing's going to happen. So if I click X though, it switches to black on top. Black is going to reveal the layer underneath. And I'm going to increase the opacity a little bit so it's not so light. So, and you'll see, you can see that temple photo coming through. I mostly care about just the temple there. This part, I want part of this texture back in there. So just click X, switches to white on top, and we'll just kind of bring it back in. And I kind of like the opacity it's at right now, so I'm going to just kind of keep working with that. As I'm close to the temple, I kind of want it to be more faded into it, so I am going to turn it down. And then you can see it's really light. I'm going to go over the temple a little bit there. You can kind of see this harsh edge right there. That's what I'm trying to get rid of. Okay. I think I like that okay. You can adjust things as you go along and you're adding layers. But that's all you do to blend a photo. It's just that easy. It's not too hard as you go along. You kind of adjust for things as you go along as well. Mostly just the opacity and then your X to toggle this back and forth with what you need. But that's all you do, and you just keep adding your photos on top. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest real quick, and you're welcome to keep watching. I'll show keys I'm pressing on the bottom, just so you can kind of still follow along. So we just finished everything there. I like the look of it, so I'm just going to show you how to save it. You can just, there we go. Right, you can just Control S to save. You've already saved it as a PSD document. So what you're going to do is left click on that top layer, go to flatten image. And you've already saved the PSD, so you're still going to be able to go in and edit things. This is just for printing, basically. So you're going to go to Image, Image Size, and now you can adjust the resolution to 300. That's best for printing. That's just what you want to print it out. So, okay. And we can make that smaller, but I think it looks pretty good. So you're gonna save as, file, save as, and you can still save it as a blended photo, and you can just change it to a JPEG, just like any of your other photos there. I do it at maximum quality just because I always want it to be I just always want it to print well, and the last one I did print really well, so I'm just gonna save it at maximum. And then let's go in here, and there's our digital version of what we just did, and you can just go to Walgreens and print it, and that's what I did with my other one. If you're still not liking something about it or whatever, you still have your PSD document and you can make those edits. It is going to print a little darker than what you're seeing here. Let's see, where's the other one? Yeah, so this is the one I did before. I think it did print a little bit more yellow up here, which was fine. It still gives that old page look. And their faces are a little bit darker, so here you're kind of like, I can't really see them, but you see them more in that one. And then in the one we just did, you kind of see this more, so it might end up, this might be a little too dark on there, but the words are also going to be a little bit darker. So if you're wanting kind of a trial run, you can print it just on your regular printer. Obviously it's not going to look as good like without photo paper, unless you have photo paper and that's how you want to do that, then by all means go for it. But you can just go and you can see, make adjustments as you go along, but there's how you do a blended photo. So thanks for watching today, guys.